In this video, we're going to compare the iPhone 12 Pro Max and the iPhone 12 Pro. So the iPhone 12 Pro Max comes in 6.7-inch display, whereas the iPhone 12 Pro comes in 6.1-inch display. Both of them are 5G capable and have ultra-wide, wide-angle, and telephoto, Dolby Vision HDR video recording up to 60 fps. The iPhone 12 Pro Max has 5 times optical zoom range, whereas the iPhone 12 Pro has 4 times optical zoom range. Both of these phones have the LiDAR and use A14 Bionic chip. The battery capacity on the iPhone 12 Pro Max is up to 20 hours video playback, and on the iPhone 12 Pro is up to 17 hours video playback. Both of them use the same Face ID and use a ceramic shield front, 4 times better performance, surgical grade stainless steel. The most important point to mention is water resistance. The iPhone 12 Pro Max and iPhone 12 Pro are water resistant to a depth of 6 meters up to 30 minutes. They're compatible with MagSafe accessories and wireless chargers. The base model of both of these phones is 128 GB. The highest goes up to 512 GB. Both phones have the Super Retina XDR display and HDR display. The screen resolution of the iPhone 12 Pro Max is 2778 times 1284 pixel at 458 ppi. On the other hand, iPhone 12 Pro has 2532 times 1170 pixel at 460 ppi. This contrast ratio is typical on both of these phones, and it's 2 million to 1. And the common things on this iPhone 12 Pro Max and the iPhone 12 Pro is True Tone display, wide color display, haptic touch, 1200 nits max brightness. The height of the iPhone 12 Pro Max is 160.8 mm, which is approximately 6.33 inches, whereas the iPhone 12 Pro has 146.7 mm, which is 5.78 inches. The depth of these two phones is 7.4 mm, which is 0.29 inches. The weight of the iPhone 12 Pro Max is 226 grams. The iPhone 12 Pro weighs 187 grams. The iPhone 12 Pro Max and the iPhone 12 Pro are water, dust, and splash resistant. Both these phones share a common chip, that is the A14 Bionic chip, and also they use the next-gen neutral engine. This year, Apple's focused mostly on the camera. The rear view camera has 12 megapixel with ultra-wide wide telephoto lens. The ultra-wide has 2.4 aperture, wide-angle camera has 1.6 aperture. Telephoto makes a difference. It's 2.2 aperture on the iPhone 12 Pro Max. It's 2.0 aperture on the iPhone 12 Pro. So iPhone 12 Pro Max and iPhone 12 Pro share the common features like night mode, deep fusion, Apple Pro RAW. There is 2.5 times optical zoom in and 2 times optical zoom out. Whereas on the iPhone 12 Pro, it's 2 times optical zoom in and 2 times optical zoom out. On the iPhone 12 Pro Max, it's 5 times optical range. On the iPhone 12 Pro Max, it's 5 times optical zoom range, and it's 4 times optical zoom range on the iPhone 12 Pro. Digital zoom up to 12 times and digital zoom up to 10 times, which is not a big difference. Brighter true tone flash with slow sync, night mode portrait mode with advanced bokeh and depth control, portrait lighting with 6 effects, natural, studio, contour, stage mono, and high key mono. Smart HDR 3 for photos. So these are the things which are common in the iPhone 12 Pro Max and the iPhone 12 Pro. Now let's come to video recording. 4K video recording at 24 fps, 30 fps, or 60 fps. 1080p HD video recording at 30 fps or 60 fps. So these things are very common on the iPhone 12 Pro Max and the iPhone 12 Pro. Night mode, time-lapse video with stabilization, stereo recording. These are some things new to the iPhone 12 series. So let's see the front camera. true depth camera, 12 megapixel photos, 2.2 aperture, retina flash, smart HDR3 for photos, and it's almost the same. Cinematic video stabilization, 4K 1080p and 720p. HDR video recording with Dolby Vision up to 30 FPS. 1080p HD video recording at 30 FPS or 60 FPS. Slow motion video support for 1080p at 120 FPS. Night mode, deep fusion, quick take video, Animoji, and Memoji are some of the most common stuff in the iPhone 12 Pro Max and the iPhone 12 Pro. The common stuff on the iPhone 12 Pro Max and the iPhone 12 Pro is video calling, audio calling, audio playback, video playback, and of course Siri. So both these phones are compatible with wireless charging. So the sensors included are LiDAR, 3-axis gyro, proximity sensor, ambient light sensor. So that's it for this video. I'll meet you guys in my next tech video. Thank you so much for watching.